right, aloha friends. Brian Goss here with GM Sports Media. Another episode of Game Time with the Goss, powered by Grey Wolf Promotions. Football and volleyball playoffs around the corner. You need the playoff T-shirts. Check them out, greywolfpromotions.com. My guest today is Cara Sumpter, head volleyball coach for Lewisville High School. Lewisville having a history-making season. Playoffs for them, first time since 1997. And they're up to 21 wins overall, 7 in District 5-6A. Cara, thanks for joining the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
All right, so we just got to start there. We'll go back a couple of days ago, playing at Geyer. You knew what was on the line. You guys were even in the district standings, but you knew a win would give you that playoff berth. You guys come away with a 4-set win on the road. Just take me through that emotional win.
Yeah, a lot of emotions for sure. Especially just how each set went. So I think we went in there, and this is the first time this whole season, a lot of instances that these girls have ever been kind of in this pressure situation. We went out and lost the first set pretty handedly. I think it was 25-15 or something like that. And I made some changes with my rotational lineup to go against them, and we showed out the second set and kind of went point for point, but then they took the lead and they had a 7-point lead on us at one point, or 6-point lead on us at one point. And we decided to start working our way back and fed the ball to the hitters that we needed to, and just were all over the place and came back to win that set. And then same situation, third set, we were down by, I think, 5 points or so. Going into that just with the mindset of, we're even 1-1. It's anybody's game. And as we were down, we worked our way back up and came back and won that set. And then the fourth set, we were back and forth, took the lead, and had the lead several times. And then they worked their way back. And God, that third set or that fourth set was just insane because it was point for point. And then at one point they were up 24-22, game point on the line. And we had a freshman come in, our only freshman on the team, come in and keep the ball in play serve wise, and had some good digs and some hustle plays, and worked our way back to tie it up, and then pulled away with it 26-24. And it was a really special moment to see them kind of celebrate that. And we'd actually been visualizing that game point for at least a week, just imagining the history making dog pile, them getting to experience that success. And we did several visualization techniques of them just closing their eyes and seeing that happen. And so it was really cool to make it happen.
Awesome. Yeah, I saw the video of game point, and then the celebration with the water in the locker room.
Yeah, I can say that's never happened to me before. So yeah, that was good.
Yeah, again, first time in 27 years, Lewisville going to the volleyball playoffs. They'll start next week by district in D1. Yeah, just, what's this season been like? Just, winning these games. You guys, again, over 20 wins, 7 in district. Trying to look back on max preps. Looks like the last time they've hit those numbers, 2007. So almost 20 years there. But what's this season been like from August to now, and just the growth you've seen from your girls?
Yeah, there's been a lot of firsts this year. We've been really focusing on with the mindset of like consistency over perfection, because I'm pretty blunt with them and knowing like where we are and what we have and what our strengths and weaknesses are. And when you look at our team, we don't have a ton of club players. We lack in experience, but we do have athleticism, and just working on consistently progressing. And that's been the focus from the beginning of the season to now. And I think one of the biggest turning points for us was really just getting to feel the success of wins. And that kind of started back when we played Bell in preseason, and we went to 5 sets with them and won, and that was on the road as well. So they finally got to see what that felt like and overcome that kind of hump, I think is the difference with this team. And then obviously the first district game against Marcus was huge for us too. And I think all I've been saying for years now is these girls just need to experience success, and then from success, they can build upon that. So that's kind of how the rest of the district went. We definitely had some lows and highs, and that's what we've been also preaching about the game. I think volleyball is one of the most unique games compared to a lot of sports because there's always highs and lows. Somebody's going to be a loser every single point or a winner every single point. And it's how we adapt and overcome within the game. So, and these girls definitely, they do know adversity. Now they know how to overcome it and push through it.
Yeah, this is your 7th year overall there, Lewisville 6 as head coach. So, you've gone through the struggles the last few seasons. What did you see in the off season or summer workouts that kind of led you to believe that this might be a different type of season for Lewisville?
Well, the benefits of having, Shannon Skinner, who's a 4-year varsity player, molding her over the 4 years, and then, senior Milan Middle, she's been on varsity as since a sophomore. And then our libero as well, senior, she came in and this is her 3rd year as well. And then, honestly, just another year of experience for Aubrey, our sophomore setter. She's been doing really well. Leading this team with a sophomore mindset, still room to grow, but she's been doing a great job. This summer, we really, in summer workouts and strength and conditioning, we started with the idea of the road to playoffs. And we wrote on the board, like what that would look like why we would want it and how we would get it. And I actually have a picture of it somewhere, but they just, wrote back then, I think it was back in June, why they would want it, why would be the reason. A lot of it was history making. They want to prove a lot of people wrong. That's been another theme this year, is just prove them wrong. And then how we listed the factors that it takes of discipline and effort and mental focus, and they've really taken that and run with it. So that was kind of cool to revisit. We took a picture in front of it. I think it was Monday, just to kind of reflect on what it took for them to get there. And they've been all bought in. And one of the best things I think about this team in the past, I think, and is that they all truly get along and want to work together. And they are all in on the team aspect of it, and putting their personal anything aside and wanting the best. And that's been huge for us, is each player has a key role and they understand their role and understand that the role may change each game, kind of thing.
I'm just curious too, and I know all of this is out of your control and you play the schedule that's in front of you, but I can't help to think, back in February when UIL did realignment and you're no longer with the Plano schools, did you kind of think, okay, now we have a chance that, because now you lose Plano West, Plano East playoff teams,
Yeah.
maybe we have a chance here.
Yes, for sure. I always think we had a chance, but it did help our chances. Finally moving away from the Plano schools, just because we'd also been with them for the last 4 years. So we were definitely excited about that realignment, but we also knew that, 6A volleyball is 6A volleyball. And we're always going to be with Marcus, Flower Mound, Hebron, and Coppell. Usually they have always been with us. And those are also very strong programs that have been to state and won state championships. So we knew that was an opportunity, though.
Louisville football has always been pretty good, and I know volleyball having to kind of compete with them during the fall, but is there a different kind of buzz surrounding the volleyball team there at Louisville? I know, again, you guys clinched on Friday, maybe coming back on Monday. What's that feeling like around the campus?
Yeah, I mean, the great thing about Lewisville is there's a lot of community involvement in any sport, and within the school. It's probably one of the schools that I've been to that has the most pride. And that's kind of cliche with Farmer Pride. It's one of our things, but they do a really good job of with our student council and implementing and keeping up to date with a lot of our sports. But coming back, we had a lot of eyes on us throughout this season, and we definitely got a lot of great jobs and everything like that. When we clinched playoffs, I've been reached out to several, alumni and community members and all of that, saying congratulations. And that ultimately their biggest thing is they're just fun to watch, which I agree. They're all over the place and just enjoying the game. And that's sometimes what I love to just go back to. So it brings me joy that everybody else sees that and they enjoy watching them.
I'll get you on this. We'll talk about playoffs. It's funny. I just mentioned you moving away from Plano East, but
Yeah.
you draw Plano East here in the by-district round. Again, if you're not familiar, listeners, it's divisional split. So Lewisville is in Division One, and again, they'll take on Plano East next week in the by-district round. Just what's your kind of early takeaways with the matchup, and what's your message to your kids?
Well, I mean, it always ends up kind of being like that, our by district somehow with our district playing up against practically another third round team,
Right.
whether that be who Flower Mound and Hebron are playing against as well with us against East. I think it's kind of cool that we already kind of have played them in the past years. And the approach with the girls really is taking it at every single game. Like you never know what can happen. And the why not us mentality. And also just enjoying the experience at the same time and realizing that as long as they play all out, like they can compete with anybody. It's just maintaining that consistency and fight and grit. And I think several of our games towards this back half of the season have pushed us and helped us leading into that playoff game.
Awesome. Oh, Cara, appreciate the time. And again, congratulations on all the accomplishments and success for you, the coaching staff, and your girls.
I appreciate it and thank you for having me. We definitely are grateful.
Awesome. That's Cara Sumpter, Lewisville head volleyball coach. And this is another episode of Game Time, the Goss powered by Grey Wolf Promotions. We appreciate you tuning in, and we'll see you next time.